people are faking being rich.
Your favorite influencers might be tricking you.
Fake it until you make it.
Why you gotta lie about it, you know?
They're fake lifting heavy weights so a bunch of people can come and ask for free advice.
Who said it was gonna be free?
This should be stopped. This should be stopped.
Almost everything we see online today is fake. And I know you know this, right? The fake lifestyles, fake faces, fake acts of kindness even. So much of what we see is just completely constructed. But I don't want to talk about that, okay? I do not want to talk about how the use of AI has gotten so insane that we can completely change the media that we film today. And I don't want to talk about how good CGI has gotten that it's literally indistinguishable from reality. And I also do not want to talk about things like these where technology on the low tech, if we can, side of things has gotten so widespread and is in the apps that everybody has, to the point where absolutely anybody can splice together different clips and create a story that just isn't what they're making it out to be. And these kind of things are just everywhere on people like my mom's feed. Thankfully, my mom's a lot more critical in the types of content that she lets herself believe. But we cannot say the same for the people in this comment section, for example. No, I don't want to talk about any of that, okay? I want to talk about a different type of content that I am slowly starting to see take shape, okay? And I'm going to call it performance-based posting because that's what it is. And I'm not talking about skits. Skits follow from more like traditional types of media, right? From movies, from TV shows. And what they do is they're designed by a narrative, right? They have actors play out some kind of story. This performative-based posting, this is a completely new thing, and I would say it's much closer to being akin to advertisements. And let me show you what I mean. One of the first videos of this genre, if you will, that I came across is this one right here. Group of girls hanging out, filming this guy who is fake reading, right? He's reading some book by Amrata, so probably trying to get a girl's attention, we would presume, right? Except they didn't post this. None of these girls posted this. He posted this, and it's not the only time he's posted this type of clip. Similarly, we have something like this, right, where this guy's filming this super cringe influencer on the plane next to him doing just the most, except he, you know, you guessed it, didn't post this neither. She did. And if you go to her profile, you can see that that's her boyfriend, even though the caption is written completely in third person, as if to be the person who's filming her, presumably. So I've only been seeing this type of content in the last few months, really, but it's been showing up now more and more on my feed. So we've got things also like this guy here pretending he's one of these, you know, financial gurus, and it's, you know, somebody else filming him again, exposing him, and then again you go to his profile and nope, it's him. It's the guy in the video. Or another one here, this girl, she's got a lot of these actually, and mixed in between more traditional type skits that she's posting. So why am I saying this is so different from regular skits, right? What makes this so different from traditional types of storytelling? Most obviously, I think, first off, is that there isn't really that much of a story. Skits relied more so on creating entertaining enough content that people would want to come back and see what else that creator is creating. This is a lot more just like advertising. Let's make something that's going to go so viral, that's going to get so much attention that some percentage of those people, of that audience, is going to come on through and check out the product that you're advertising, the creator, their page, and maybe it's worth following. So it's still about making good content per se, but the value isn't actually in the content. It's about making content that can spread, which really in essence is just marketing, right? How well can you manipulate media to get people's attention? And then after that, it's just a numbers game. The more you can do it, the more views you can get, the more follows, more people to your product, more sales down the line you're going to inherently get as well. But beyond that moment where they're trying to get your attention in the first place, these creators aren't really actually like faking or lying about anything. They need you and they want you to end up on their page, right? They want you to go and see that it's them doing this and that this was all just bait. So just like real ads, they can't hide the fact that they wanted to introduce you to something, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to introduce you to it. And this isn't true for all of these types of content, right? There's stuff like this that I'm going to get to in another video just because it's a little different. But my point here really is that a lot of the original types of skits, right, the comedy or the dramatic stuff that came from YouTube when those genres were really big over there, it really focused on the creators just kind of vehemently wanting you to believe that all of this was real, right? That this wasn't a skit, that this was actually them just going out and approaching people, and this is the real way these events unfolded. And I think this comes from the fact that this was mainly still more about creating this story, creating this narrative of this is who this creator is, this is how cool they are, how entertaining their life is, so you want to come back and keep watching them. These creators who are making this new performance-based type content, they don't give a shit. And I think they're a lot more interested in even just getting the engagement of people talking about if it's real in the comments or people letting other people know that it's fake than they are about presenting that it isn't. And honestly, I love this. Like, I love this because this is so different, right? This isn't people anymore trying to fake things and get you to believe that they are somebody that they aren't really. This is really about people just creating performance-based content just for the sake of getting attention. And they're not hiding that at all. And that brings me to the third difference between this and the traditional types of skits, and that would be the effect on the audience. The reason I think a lot of different fake and staged videos used to generally work is because we forget we're watching a video. We're so used to watching these things on our phone that this new fourth wall that's been made is just kind of disappearing. We forget there's somebody actually there filming. If you look at videos like these, like, why'd somebody pull out their phone and start filming? This man looked normal right before he started falling, so what enticed somebody to pull out their phone like, oh, I gotta record this? Here though, people are filming because something interesting is happening, right? But immediately, if you click through to the page, you get shown that this isn't the case, that this isn't what it seems, right? You follow it through and you realize, hey, this was marketing. And that's what they want you to do. That's the desired outcome. That's the expectation of creators posting stuff like this. They want you to go and see that, hey, this was bait. And I love this because it's like essentially positively rewiring people's brains to start being a little bit more critical of the stuff that they're taking in. While Skits went ahead and just like lied to the audience, now we have this performance-based posting that's making the lying just obvious. I think a lot of the danger with social media, and especially with fake content before, was that what it did was hype up the creator at the disadvantage, at the detriment of the audience, leaving the audience feeling insufficient and unhappy with themselves in comparison. You see all these people promoting their fake lifestyles, financials, physical appearance, whatever standards, and you're trying to compare yourself and you're trying to live up and match to something that isn't even real, really. But now we've got this new type of content that's it's functioning as a call out essentially. It's showing how fake social media is. And I think it's just going to spark a lot of thought and discourse about these kind of things and people who probably weren't thinking about it already. So I come from an advertising background, and say what you will about advertising, but personally I think it is art. I think it is a form of art in the most basic, pure type of sense. Okay? And that's because it's a commentary on reality. It's supposed to make you feel something. It uses aesthetics to connotate some kind of meaning. The connotations are the reason you get to some kind of meaning. And what I mean by that is you don't go using the color red because it looks pretty, right? You go using the color red because all the associations of power and violence or lust that it brings, all these things that we have culturally deemed as associations or psychologically perceived that red gives. If you want to get more technical from a media standpoint, aesthetics really doesn't mean at all visually or otherwise appealing. Aesthetics literally means the form given to something in order for it to function a specific way. Okay, and I give you this because my thesis when I was doing my master's back when was actually on the aesthetics of the Instagram app. It was on the aesthetics of the interface of the app and how it allows it to serve as a biopolitical apparatus, creating its users into neoliberal subjects, and what that means in layman's terms, because it's not as crazy as it seems. If you look at the design of the app, it's quantified followers, so influence, and it's quantified engagement, so attention, right? And it's displayed these very predominantly as the focus of the app, which means it's shaped the app not to be about something that's, about sharing pictures. It's more so about developing yourself and your lifestyle in a way that's acceptable at the least, and competing against everyone else at the most, to living according to contemporary ideological standards. And maybe I make a video about this, but I don't want to get too much into it now. My point here is that the aesthetics of this art, the purpose of this performance-based content, is inherently, whether these creators wanted to or not, speaking about the state of social media today. Like, we're literally hitting late end stage content creation where it's become so fully aware about its role in society. And yeah, I just love that. I love that so much, and I wanted to share that with you today. But like I said, there is the other side of things. There is the flip side to this. There is a much more deeper, darker, and dangerous, if you will, side to things. So I hope you subscribe because that's going to be a video for next time.